Hey YouTubers, this is Francis. It's Wednesday, the Ides of April. Anyways, I'm having a birthday Sunday, and anyways, so really looking forward to that. Don't know what's going to happen on my birthday yet. Probably nothing, but that's okay. I already got a card from my mother, and I think my sister sent me one too. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. They always send them like 2 weeks ahead of time. So like by the time my birthday rolls around, it's like, did I get a card? I guess when you're over 60, it's kind of hard to remember. So that's why sometimes I'll put the card up here. I'll tape it up to the calendar, and it hangs down. So every time I look at the calendar, I go, oh, there's the card I got. Okay, enough with the jokes, right? Black coffee. I went shopping today, right? And anyways, Francis only gets paid once a month. Okay, so which happened to be today this month. So after old Uncle Sam drops his, in the Navy they used to say, when the eagle shits, the money goes in your bank account, right? Well, anyway, so usually on payday, I usually make all the payments I have to do. I don't make them like the day I get the money in the bank. A lot of my creditors, I can schedule a payment like tomorrow, Friday, Monday next week. So everybody gets paid what they need to be paid before the due date. Okay, so anyway, so basically I make all the payments I have to, and usually after on payday, if I've been fasting and maybe not haven't had any money for a week or so to go out and have a beer, sometimes I'll go out for lunch on payday and have some lunch. Well, you know what? I didn't do that today. I had to go get a prescription that I ran out of yesterday, and I got the prescription and I had it. I took it by 11 a.m. Usually I take this prescription in the middle of the night. Excuse me. And I knew I was running out, so what I did was I changed the time I took it the last few days. And so yesterday morning I took the medication at like 5 a.m. and I got it in me at by 11 a.m. this morning. So I was like 30 hours in between. But I'll go back to like taking it like around midnight again tonight. So I really didn't miss a day. So anyway, it's a pill I have to take every day. It's because of my heart failure. So I have a couple of medications that I have to take for that. Anyway, so I basically got some food, and I bought some canned goods. I got some canned pink salmon from Alaska. I also got some chub mackerel. It's like a 1 pound can. I like that. So what I do is I open up the can, dump the fish in a container, then bone it. Take it apart with my fingers, take all the bones out. Then I'll dump the fish in the pot where I'm making the soup. So and I also got some vegetarian beans, and so that's kind of what I eat: beans, garbanzo beans, vegetarian beans, which is a real treat. I like Bush's vegetarian beans. It comes in like a blue can. I love that, but it's high in sodium, so you can't eat that all the time. But I love Bush's beans. And there's no, and I don't like the beans that got all the pig fat in it. So I'm kind of discriminatory about that. But, you know, it's not like I would never eat it, but you know what? I don't buy it, okay? So I'm doing really good on my diet. I've been eating less. And last night I had some beef heart. And oh, you know, there's a trick to cooking the beef heart, you know? If you boil the crap out of it, what happens is by the time it all gets thawed out in the middle, it gets real tough and hard to chew. And what Fran-Sez does is I put the beef heart in a pot, cover it with water, and I run the heat about medium, okay? So it takes a long time for the frozen pound of sliced beef heart to melt, okay? But melt, thaw, and then cook. But what happens is when you do that with a low heat, it thaws slowly, and the outer part of the meat, as it comes apart, it doesn't overcook it. And then, so right when you get it to the point where, you know, the water is warm and it's all thawed out, but it's like when you take a piece out with a fork, it's like rare, and a little bit of blood runs out. You know, I like it's sort of like having a medium rare steak, okay? And it is so delicious. That is where the beef heart is the tenderest. It's not hard to chew, and you know it's just been heated up enough so it's a little bit brown and cooked on the outside, but on the inside it's like a rare steak, okay? And oh, the flavor is so good. So I've learned that, like, and then what I'll do is when all the beef heart gets to that perfect cooking, I'll take it all out and put it in a container on it, and then while it's cooking, I got chopped onions in there and maybe some garlic, carrots, you know, simmering with the beef heart, you know. So then what I do is after I get the beef heart out, you know, it's like a beef broth too, and then I'll put rice or yeah, and you know, it works out great, you know. So then you just cook rice in the beef broth. Then if you don't want to eat all the beef heart, you can kind of cut it up and throw it back in the pot with the rice. But I mean, beef heart is so delicious all by itself. I just kind of like cut it with a knife in chunks and just eat it. Perfect, you know. It's better than steak, you know. So, anyways, just letting you know. So it has a unique flavor too. It's really different from any other kind of beef, and it doesn't taste at all like liver. Ugh. I'm not a big on liver, you know. Never eat that stuff, but I'd rather, for my iron, I'd rather have spinach than liver. You can have the liver. In fact, you can have the whole cow. Just give Fran-Sez the beef heart, okay? I love it so much. There's nothing that tastes like beef heart, okay? It's the best. So anyway, so what's new with Fran-Sez? Oh, Monday, 2 days ago, I went 27 weeks on HRT. So I have been noticing some differences. You know, my arms and legs are getting a little slender. There's less hanging fat, you might say. And I have lost a few pounds, and I'm on some special supplements that helps convert my blood sugar. Oh, and I stopped using sweetener. When I make coffee, it's all black, okay? No creamer, no sugar, no agave syrup, nothing. So I've got pretty much gotten off sugar. So every little bit helps. And when I got my blood test results a week ago, it showed that my average blood sugar, the A1C, I think it's like a 90-day average of your blood. Well, mine dropped 20 points. It was in the high 150s, and now it's like 141. So that's really good. So if I get another 20-point drop, that'll put me down around 120, which is below, you considered pre-diabetic then. And like I said, I posted something on Facebook a while back, a few days ago. You know, uh, 4 years ago in July or August, I forget what it was. I had changed my diet so much I got down where I didn't have to take my insulin anymore to keep my blood sugar low. So I mean it never got low in the normal band, but you know what? I considered getting it down between 125 and 150 low enough. Okay, and so the more I eliminate sugar and sweets out of my diet, um, the better my blood sugar is, and I feel better now too. And I also posted a video about there's this spa called Tanglewood Spa down in Costa Rica. And apparently people pay money to go down there so they can just go on a water fast. Well, okay, well. Fran-Sez can do her water fast here. I have filtered water and I can live on that. But the thing is, I watched a video and the man that does these things, he says like you can get scurvy or malnutrition from not having enough vitamin C if you eat stuff. But he said if you don't eat anything and you're just living on water, he says you never get a vitamin deficiency. I'm like, oh, what? So he says apparently it's stored in your body, but it's only released when you don't eat anything. So, you know what? I used to think that like when our Lord went on a 40-day fast, I was like, oh my God. I mean, how could he do that? I mean, that would be next to him. But this guy says people go on 30, 40, 42 days is like 6 weeks. And some people have done that, and I'm going, wow. And I guess they check these people's blood and stuff while they're there at the spa. Nobody's in danger. They keep track of their stuff while they're doing it. But hey, I don't know. I mean, I doubt very seriously if I'm going to go on a 6 week fast. But just the idea that you could go on like a 2 or 3 day fast. Maybe every week you could go on like a 1 or 2 day fast and give your body and digestive tract a rest. Plus, you probably like burn a pound or two a week doing that, right? As long as you didn't pig out on the days you come off the fast, right? And make sure you eat right. So that's what my goal is. And I've lost some weight through my neck, and I was getting a double chin before, like a couple months ago. And so things are kind of tightening up here. And I did increase my spironolactone dose a month ago. And I went from like 150 a day to like 300 a day. And I have been taking my Lasix more often, like every other day. So, definitely when I take these pills, I go pee more frequently. So it keeps, and I had a lot of swelling in my feet and ankles 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's all gone. So I'm doing good. Okay, I'm doing much better. And I'm eating good. I'm eating less carbs and more protein, like fish, and so that's helped a lot too. So, anyways, I'm real encouraged. I'm back on track, and hopefully, I'll crash through that 300-pound barrier again and never come back. So my long-term goal is to get under 200 pounds, and it's like doable. But I mean, I got to lose like 1/3 of my body mass to get to 200 pounds. Okay, so that's a lot of weight. But you know, you can do it. You know, you just have to focus on eating the right things and stop going out to eat where you're going to eat stuff that's going to put the weight back on. So I resisted the urge to stop and have a couple beers today. So beer is going to disappear. Okay, I got to focus on what is important for me and my health. And you know, sometimes I just want to go out and have a drink or two just for the social contact that I get there. And that's good too. But you know what? I got to find something to drink there that doesn't have a lot of calories. You know? So anyways, so much for that. Anyways, we're up over 15 minutes. Wow, over 16 minutes already. So I'm going to drop it at this. I'm just so happy I can make this video because I got well now I only got about 3.8 gigabytes of free space on my hard drive, but that's better than 29 megabytes, right? So I'm just gonna call it a video. Bye. Gee, I'm getting